members of a community that have a common goal. Our goal is to stop this, and we already feel like we're wrong. But, as Randy said, the city council right now is the only people that have votes. What I'm doing here right at this moment is I'm calling for civility. Let us not.
This is what I'm talking about, the responsibility to your fellow town people. Destroying people's livelihoods is not a game. We can solve the same problems without adding rot to the wound. Let's not add more trash to the garbage.
Have a disagreement possibly about what's going on. But if we start attacking them like we've seen online, we've already seen it online. People go filthy right away and attack them with this.
I gave up so much to keep that house because I love that house. Looking out the window trying to see something, we are going to see the data center. It's only 300 and some feet away.
My name is Bruce Siebold, and my wife and I moved to town in 1974, so it's been over 50 years we've been here.
It's about 150 feet from my bedroom to the nearest building there. At that rate, there's no way that I would be able to anticipate being able to tolerate to live here with that noise going on 24 hours a day.
Well, as a very close resident to where it's proposed, I am concerned about the impact on quality of life.
It's irritating to be this little island, and yet whatever they're deciding on is really going to affect us a lot.
I've already talked with five other people who are planning to leave because of this data center going in. I'm Jeff Heitkamp.
And I'm Patty Heitkamp.
Tim Accola, A-C-C-O-L-A.
My name is Kat Henderson.
My name is Terry Siebold.
My name is Bruce Siebold.
We are definitely against it.
I am not in favor of it.
I'm not in favor of the data center at all.
I think that it's a blight on this community.
It's something that came upon the community way too quickly without any information given to the residents or the whole community or the county. And it came too fast, no information was shared.
My name is Adam Akala. I'm the Director of Economic Development for Dunn County. So in a unique partnership between the City of Menomonie, Dunn County, and UW-Stout, I am an employee here at UW-Stout, but I do economic development work in housing, business attraction, business retention and expansion, and startups and entrepreneurship throughout the entire county. As far as being pro-data center, I don't think it's as simple as saying that I would be pro or anti-data center. I would want to evaluate the project on the full merits of the project. Any sort of investment that we see in our industrial base will come with ancillary benefits. Whether that's attracting a company that brings alongside a particular industry that it also needs, or it locates here in Menomonie because there's an existing industry that serves them in some capacity. As it relates specifically to high-tech sector, things like data centers, we would definitely be seeing other complementary industries following alongside that if it goes the same path as a lot of communities across the US that do have data centers already located in them. When you have more dollars flowing into the economy from more new employers, we're able to realize those benefits not only in the taxable revenue that we get from new industry, but also in the wages that are paid to folks that are living here locally. Here in Wisconsin, we have a bad taste in our mouth because of the disastrous deal with Foxconn and the foreign direct investment that we were supposed to realize by way of upfront handouts of state dollars, state taxpayer money, that was spent to incentivize a company to move here. And then when the market shifted, they shifted as well.
Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker signed a multi-billion-dollar package designed to incentivize tech manufacturer Foxconn to build a factory in the state. The deal would pay Foxconn $2.85 billion over the next 15 years. The plan could employ as many as 13,000 people.
But instead of 13,000 jobs, it's 1,500 tops.
So you have to look at what Foxconn first proposed, which was a Generation 10.5 factory, which would be staffed largely with assembly line workers, basic manufacturing workers, and now it's shifted to most of the workers they need are knowledge workers, engineers, designers, and so on.
Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of the information that both myself and community members that are looking for more feedback on this are looking for at this point. The city has stepped away from the negotiating table, which at this point in the process would be when a lot of this information would be coming out. We have some general numbers that were offered kind of up front by the developer, but those would be kind of confirmed and further dialed in something like a development agreement that would then go before the city council for approval again.
Thank you. Again, my name's Douglas Buck, here on behalf of Balloonist. You know, I think this is a long road and a long process that you're going down with your community. As was mentioned a few minutes earlier, this is not the last approval that is anticipated will come before the board if this project moves forward. But delaying it any further is not going to introduce extra information that would inform this body about what's could potentially happen at the site.
We've been in contact with the mayor quite a bit, and he's working with us. Since we are the only ones in the room that got the letter saying this was happened, we're better off than the rest. But from then on, no. With the NDAs, etc., there's been very poor communication.
First I heard it was from my neighbor Jeff, who got a letter because he lived within 350 feet of where the data center was going to go, that they were going to bring it to the city council for approval. He got the letter Friday. On Monday they brought it to the council. So we had no idea what was going on.
We weren't advised at all about it, and I still feel like there's kind of a division between the city in understanding how much it's going to affect us.
I basically had 2 days to try and educate myself as to what the implications here were.
We didn't get to find out much information at all on what was going in, just knew that there was something going on. And it was quite a bit of a surprise to us when we were notified. And only the people that were within 300 feet of this property that was being sold were notified. So most of the community was not brought in on the information at all.
The LLC that is in control of this project, they have not done any community outreach other than to send their lawyers to the city council meetings to go, I think you should probably do this. This is really good.
We are not residents of Menomonie. We are residents of the town of Red Cedar. And that's one of the issues that keeps coming up. Are we to be heard? Are we to be listened to and our concerns put in any type of agreement that they develop? Because we don't have a political say, only what we, tell them. If it's there, we have to do the best with it being there. But if it's not there, we'd be really happy. So we don't really want it.
And as said before, there really isn't a proposal out there right now. So, I don't know. I'm probably saying no, I would not be happy with the data center. And I don't know what a proposal to change that would be at this point.
Just to be more forthright and honest, get our trust to know what kind of a company's coming in. in my mind, if they're not willing to tell us who you are even, why should I believe anything you say?
Stop NDAs, which stifled communication that's going on. Secrecy, they shrouded the whole project in secrecy. And that gave a feeling of mistrust. Why would I trust someone who's going to be my neighbor, invest all this money, but not know who they are, or what they're going to do, or what the impact's going to be on my family, my house, my community?
I think what would be appropriate would be, for the next time something like this comes up, would be for the city to annex, but not rezone until there has been the appropriate amount of public debate and conversations around it. Putting in an ordinance whereby any development over a certain amount, $10 million is the number that's been put forward, for a TIF or KID agreement, would be forced to go to a referendum vote. I think that would be the appropriate methodology.
I really hope that this isn't just kind of a one and done issue that is kind of a hot button thing right at this moment, and that the citizens that are so engaged in this project get engaged in other things that aren't quite as fun or exciting as something like a data center or a business attraction project.
If the city, if the people of Menomonie, right, had voted in favor of this data center, that's a far different conversation than 9 people on the city council voting in favor of it.
The community members, if there's something that is a concern, I think I need to address it. And so I took a bold move, perhaps in the eyes of some people, and I know not everybody's going to agree with what I did last week, but I did something that I thought was proper. And so that being said, I have an announcement to make. Last Wednesday, September 17th, I drafted a memo and had our city administrator contact Balloonist LLC. In the document, I stated that I am not currently interested in pursuing a tax increment district or a development agreement. As the Chief Executive Officer of the Menomonie and serving as your mayor, I have listened to the people of Menomonie and around the area. To me, your voice does matter. So as your mayor of Menomonie, the issue of the data center is now on pause. And that's all I'm going to say about this. So thank you.